the standing and special committees of this House. The engine or engines with which and within which the Parliament is administered and within which the Parliament works is, of course, the committees. And here I would like to say that we have very able people, very able members who are appointed to chair these committees. I personally know many of you who have been appointed chairman and deputy chairman of these committees. And our expectation is that you'll continue to strengthen these committees. The committee system is a very vital system in any democracy, in any legislature. And I pray that this would not be lost on you. And I would like to appeal again that many times we who had led this House at one time or another before feel highly embarrassed when we see or when we watch committees visiting ministries and parastatals. And it is our feeling that these parastatals and ministries should be invited to come here to the National Assembly by you. The legislature is a very important institution. And in any case, it is our belief that members of the Parliament, members of the legislature, are not auditors. When it is time to audit, you have your staff that are supposed to be visiting these ministries and MDAs. But it is not for legislators to begin to troop into government ministries and parastatals. And I believe that this is what would give the legislature its pride. I'm sorry if this offends some of you, but this is what we feel must happen. I'm asked to speak for not more than 5 minutes, and I believe that my time is up. But let me congratulate the Speaker once again for being elected to lead this House. Honorable Gbajabiamila, who we popularly call Baban Jamila in Kano, contested to become the Speaker last session, and God did not give it to him then. And this session, God Almighty has given him the opportunity to lead this House. More than at any other time, Nigeria is facing tremendous challenges. And maybe that was the reason God Almighty has spared him to be the Speaker this time around. I know him so well, I interacted with him very well. He's a man of intellect. He's a man who is very, very used to interact with his people, not only in Lagos or the Southwest, but all over the country. Some of us watched him even teaching in Katsina recently. teaching in the classroom young school girls and boys. And our feeling is that anybody that hasn't got that sort of compassion in him would not go out of his way and enter classrooms the way he did. It's my prayer that God Almighty guides and protect you to lead this house in a manner that conforms to propriety and in a manner that Nigerians will feel that they have a House of Representatives. I also would like to seize this opportunity to congratulate all of you, members of this House, for winning your elections and coming to this House to represent your constituencies. And my prayer also is that you will prove your constituencies worthy. I had just discussed with the chairman of the police committee about something I had been reading constantly in the newspapers. The police have been complaining about that the laws on kidnapping should be strengthened. And Parliament is supposed to be a very sensitive institution. And it's like the police are expecting that the executive would bring a bill to do that. And the legislators also are hoping that the executive arm would bring a bill to do that. It's like nobody is doing anything about it. I discussed with a lot of people, some of them in the police service. And I thought that I should mention this to you so that you take up this responsibility. It's unfortunate that an exercise that we started in 1999 to review, and notate our laws, which we did. There is a book we produced in 1999, which you hoped the House in 2003 would take up, and they did not, on our laws, because many existing laws have either been amended or even repealed, but still the courts adjudicate with them. And it is your responsibility to look at our laws entirely with a view to doing this sort of work. It is your responsibility, and I urge the Judiciary Committee and the Committee on Justice to take up this responsibility immediately and begin to work on them. And I would like to recommend Honorable Ita Enang or Senator Ita Enang to the committees, because we started this with him so that you know what we mean and what is supposed to be done. Because not doing that would continually put our nation at peril. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving us the opportunity to talk to you, and we wish you all the best. Thank you very much.